Hello, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 20 Ultimate Team Road to Glory, episode number 223. It's Tuesday. I hope you guys are all alright and getting through that very first part of your week okay. Why don't you let me know down below in the comments what you're currently up to. How has your life changed with all of the craziness that's going on? Are you learning from home? Are you working from home? Are you not doing anything and it's almost like a bit of a holiday time right now? Just I'd be curious to know what you're currently up to. And whilst you're there, if you've done enough to write me a comment, leave me a thumbs up as well. We're aiming for 3,000 likes, and I think you guys can do that in a few hours. So thanks in advance for that. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. That is pretty much the spiel that I say at the very start of every episode. So let's get on into it, shall we? We had a very, very good run in yesterday's episode, to the point where we're at 9-1. We literally only have lost once in the weekend league so far. This would put us into double digits, up to the 10th win, and it's a very nice squad to, well, it's a very nice squad for the guys to have. It's not a very nice squad to come up against, really, is it? I don't want to be seeing a player of the month, Ben Yedder. I don't want to be seeing all sorts of crazy players like that. I want to see, well, I don't even want to see like a full gold team at this point either, because like I say to you guys all the time, it scares the living daylights out of me if I come up against a gold team. So what I would like to see, I want to see squads which have got like some of those special cards in that are just rubbish, you know, ones that don't really work, or you know, I can't even think of many examples or any examples, but there must be some objective cards that people have got that everyone that, you know, that they thought was great and actually it's just not really that good. So we're a couple of goals up here. Start as we need to go on by scoring goals and winning games. That's the plan anyway. 2-0 up at half time. Can we extend that lead, or is he going to chase us back and make this one difficult for us? Well, as you can see, he's on the attack. Vinicius Jr. is able to turn my defender nicely, do a little 1-2 with Hierro. I mean, he gets very fortunate to receive the ball back, but he does still manage to put it in the back of the net. That's all she wrote, though. We are going to get a 2-1 victory from that one. Oh, I'm also going to, in anticipation of us having a chat about my weekend league stats, I'm going to open up the Excel spreadsheet, put it over here. If I was more organised, I would already have that done before I start the commentary for you guys. But, hey, you don't mind, do you? Just a little bit of things to do on the fly. This guy's got Messi and a couple of other players. I'd still say we probably out-team him because we have a seriously meta squad. I would like to replace Zola, but the way that our squad is kind of lined up, we kind of need him for chemistry, just to link all the... It's basically linking the Premier League to the Ligue 1 together. I wonder if there's probably going to be a player during TOTS so far, or whatever it's called, that will be that player. And hopefully, fingers crossed, if we do start to get red player picks from Team of the Seasons, that you know how that affects people's squads, right? It is going to hopefully inject like either good players into our club or high-rated fodder players that may mean that when the SBC players come out, we're going to be able to complete them because we'll have a few weeks worth of crazy red players and stuff. You know what I mean? So exactly that. We're 2-1 up in this game. We got a bit lucky with the way that second goal came about, and Vardy was then able to score to make it 2-2. I'm just like, I can't keep a lead for some reason in this game. We get very fortunate, and the ball was kind of gifted to us there, and we won it with Neymar and kept our composure and scored a really nice goal with the Brazilian. 3-2 up, 80 minutes on the clock. You just got to hold out, Tom. And he obviously threw the kitchen sink at me, and it is Orsic that's able to get a goal. You can see like how many players he had up there. There were so many options. 3-3, and I just feel like I didn't deserve... that. I feel like I deserved the victory, but most importantly, I feel like I definitely did not deserve this, which is when he runs to the byline. I hate how the strikers read that pass way better than the centre-backs. My centre-backs keep on running. Vardy drops back, waits for the pass, taps it in the back of the net. 4 shots on target, 4 goals. I had 15 shots with 12 on target. It turns out it was a viewer. So we're not going to hold a grudge, and we'll just say GG's to you, mate. I know you're going to watch the video because we messaged each other afterwards. But don't take it away from the fact that I was completely rigged in that game. Definitely. No, GG's. Anyway, we move on. And I come up against Red Mbappe, red, Martial. For birthday, St. Maximin. That scares me a lot. Good player that is. And he plays a part in the first goal. He plays the part in the way that he forces my goalkeeper to dive, and then it gets rebounded straight to someone to hit a shot into an empty net. But we're going to push on and try and get an equaliser here. Pretty fortunate again, even with that goal that we scored right there. I don't feel like maybe that should have... Did we win a header there with Zola? Or was it the defender that knocked it into me? Either way, it doesn't matter because we've given him a 45th minute penalty. And he steps up with Pogba to do the longest run-up you've ever seen in your life. And that might be quite a good bluff technique, you know. You start, as the goalkeeper, you're sat there thinking, oh, which way is he going to dive? He's got to go one way, right? And then, because you're waiting so long, even if you were planning on staying down the middle, you probably lean to one way or another by the time he goes to head and kick it. Quite a good bluff tactic for penalty takers if you've got a Paul Pogba. I recommend maybe giving that a go. Anyway, this game is going to get away from us, unfortunately, as he does knock it in. That was some really good speed from Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos had been this guy's weak link all game. I genuinely didn't find him very good at all, but then he made that play happen. He made the goal for St. Maximin. We get a goal right at the end, but as you can imagine, my opponent just kept the ball for the rest of that game. Obviously, it's the smart thing to do. So... a couple losses in a row. Here's the bottle, boys. That bottle that we knew was coming. It's here right now. And this team doesn't look that amazing, if I'm honest. But I just lost 2 games in a row, so my head was completely gone. And I think we're gonna. Is this one that we rage quit really early on? Like. Yeah, oh yeah, we do. Yeah, look at that. Oh dear, what's going on? Awful defending, and I'm just like, you know what? Screw this. I'm out. I want to get my form down. I want to hopefully come up against easier opponents, and it doesn't quite work out that way for me this weekend. But we take 3 losses in a row. So we've gone up to, what, 10-1 to 10-4? Oh no, the bottle truly is here. Try not to think about it. Move on to the next game and hope that you get a W here. We end up getting the ball to Neymar. How that is blocked by Sergio Ramos, I will never know. I don't know if that's him or AI. If it's AI, it's unacceptable. Shouldn't be like that. So maybe and hopefully it was just him making a slide tackle to stop that one from going in. But we do get through him eventually, and it was Havertz that scores the goal. The main man for this weekend, who's suddenly gone quiet because we've changed our formation back. I still like him. I just think he's a bit clunky. That's the best way to describe him. But when he's in a central position, whether that be a striker or a cam, like a central cam, he will get you contributions. He will get goals. He will definitely get assists. He is a fantastic player. The added weak foot this year is great. Obviously, it brings it back to what the weak foot was last year when he was such a great player. We smacked the bar with Neymar there, but we are able to go 3-0 up in this one. And we're going to make it 4-0 as well. Neymar's just going to end up cutting inside and then just smacking it into that near post once he ring around the rosies the defender for a moment. Can we make it 5-0? Looks like it. Douglas Costa's just going to side foot that one into the back of the net. And 86 minutes on the clock. We find ourselves 5-0 victors in this game. Not going to lie, after 3 losses in a row, that felt good. Didn't let him have a shot for the entire match, right? That's how good that felt. So, obviously, we were due a win because we'd lost so many in a row there. And that brings us up to 11. So, we're 11-4. And hopefully... we won't get too many more hard games. Oh, wait, look at this guy's squad. Very, very nice. Now, you guys will have to let me know if I've matched someone who's known here. Because, essentially, his gamer tag is the same as someone who has, like, 1.6 million subscribers. I think it's, like, Minecraft-type videos. So I wouldn't expect that this is actually him playing FIFA. But it had that gamer tag, and that he had like 17 or 1800 followers on his Xbox account, which is obviously more than the average person. So whether or not this is just someone who's got the gamer tag of a well-known YouTuber or something, you'll have to let me know. Or whether or not it is someone that I should know about and just somehow don't. If you know it was something. Yeah, you'll probably see it at the end because I can't remember it off the top of my head. But we are 1-1 against this guy, and he somehow had a Cristiano Ronaldo on the bench. to bring on fresh in the 80th minute. And I'm like, oh no, absolutely not. This is not good. It was just a regular gold Ronaldo. It wasn't like a loan team of the year or anything, but he was still fresh and he was still he was ready for it. So I threw the kitchen sink at him, and we were able to get a goal. 87 minutes on the clock. We get one with Atal. We're going to take this one to extra time, boys, and we're not going to be all good. He's on the attack in the 90th minute. Imagine my shock. Imagine my shock when you lose a game in the last minute. It happens. I mean, I wasn't this happy or calm about it at the time. I was absolutely raging. Donny Bobes. Yeah, so let me know if I'm just being completely poor here and not knowing who that is. But yeah, he had multiple followers on Xbox, and there is a YouTuber with that name which has got a lot of subscribers, but I can't imagine they will play FIFA. Anyway, moving on to the next game. 11-5 now. Nice team. A little bit of a different team. You know, he's clearly a Leicester City fan. I'm glad to see that he actually, as a Leicester fan, has got Christian Fuchs, has got Ricardo Pereira, so a couple of and Tielemans as well. Like, it's nice to see a little bit of a different squad from time to time. And we are able to go 1-0 up. 52 minutes on the clock. We played the whole first half with nothing really going on. And then Douglas Costa is finally able to get past him. I think Fuchs was playing as a centre-back, and he was quite good, you know. He gets through here with Orsic. Orsic dealing damage for me against me this weekend. I think 3 people have scored goals with him against me. 3 different teams. And normally he's poor. He's not very good at all. So I was just playing worse than normal, or they've patched Orsic in game and he's actually good now. I don't know, but he was able to score a few goals against me. However, Douglas Costa was able to assist for Atal right there. We get a goal, and then Orsic is able to knock this one back into Politano, into Tielemans. How have I not been equalised on there? Unbelievable scenes. That guy genuinely probably could have got back into this game against me. I think I deserved the victory, but I nearly completely bottled it, and that would have been horrific to have to go into another extra time match, or maybe even possibly lose another game in that little session, because I was really raging. I was not a happy boy. It was ruining my Sunday completely. Then we come up against this Ronaldo, Red Lucas. He's got Bergwijn, all sorts of pretty decent players, certainly usable players. Malang Sarr is going to knock that one into Cyprian, who's going to turn and strike. And I've actually scored a couple of goals with Cyprian this weekend, both from scenarios where I'm inside the box and had it from a corner, and he just smashes it into the roof. So fair play to him. I should be scoring that one with Douglas Costa. I don't know what I'm doing taking that type of shot, but that is probably on me. Neymar then tries to chip the keeper, but look at this. Oh, if that happened to me, I would be so annoyed. Yeah, he's able to get the goal. Douglas Costa is going to force a rage quit. I don't blame the guy, because that would have wound me right up as well. So yeah, sorry mate, sorry Simbem, if that was your name, but I think I deserved the victory anyway, so it's going to take us up to 13. Can we get a victory to move it up to 14? Tough team to come up against. Neymar, Prime, King Kenny. He's got a couple of good foot birthdays, a very strong defence. Am I going to know how that defence is going to play? No, because he gets the ball. He assists himself by smashing the shot off the crossbar. And I'm just like, my head's gone. I've left. I've gone at 1-0. And we can move on to the next game. When I've got one more victory to get, I actually don't care how many games I lose in a row. I will quit at 1-0 just until I find that easy opponent, or that opponent that I think I can beat. And this wasn't one of them either. He scored after 9 minutes, and that's going to force a little rage quit from myself again. Yeah, I mean, don't judge me too much on that. We all know where we get in our headspace in the weekend league. Just try and get it done as stress-free as you possibly can, boys. Nice team. This guy's got a solid squad. He's got a red Varane and a red Son. He's been lucky in his red picks. And he does have, like, flashback David Luiz. He's got Fred in the squad as well. How he doesn't score here, I will never know. Son with just some crazy acrobatics. But Edwin van der Sar actually deciding to use his hands and actually make saves. Who knew that was supposed to be what his job is for me on this game? Normally, his job is to just let in every single shot that goes on target, I think. But 21 minutes on the clock, we are able to force ourselves into a position to get a goal. 1-0 up. Oh, wait, that's not lasted that long, has it? He literally runs down the other end a few minutes later, and Aubameyang is able to score. Don't see that many people using Aubameyang this year because of the way he dribbles. It's not that amazing. It doesn't fit the meta very well. And at halftime, very even game. If anything, my opponents had the slight better of me. So is that gonna, you know, rule true in the second half? Is he gonna come away with a victory? I mean, that's a solid goal. It's the reason why I would love to use a high-rated version of Son, but I don't have the coins for it. Hopefully you get some sort of TOTS card just because, and I pack it in red or something. That would be really nice. Anyway, we bring Kent on and we throw the kitchen sink at this fella because it's the last game and I want to win it. And we get up to 2-2. Kent then knocks it back to Douglas Costa. All hail Douglas Costa, the king of my team. No, he can't beat King Neymar, surely. He's great though. He really is fantastic at striker. I feel so lucky that we were able to pack him. I would love to use Di Maria foot birthday at some point because I just imagine he's even better as well. Like these five-star players really interest me. So hopefully some players during Team of the Season get that, because if not, I think foot birthday might have ended up being one of the key promos for some of the power curve of really good players on this game. So 14 wins achieved, ladies and gentlemen. 9 games remaining, which I think if you do the math means I went 14-7, which, considering I was 10-1, is not a good second half of the weekend league. So let's just talk this through, shall we? I ended up getting 7 goals, 5 assists with Atal, but that is from CDM and Cam. 6 assists for Zola. Havertz ended up getting 9 goals, 9 assists, so 18 contributions in 21 games. Considering he went so very quiet in the second half of the weekend league when we went to that 4-2-2, I will still absolutely take that. Fun player, you just need to get him involved centrally, I'm telling you. Neymar, 15 goals, 19 assists. 34 contributions. He is going to take the crown for my contributions this week. But with 22 goals and just 5 assists, Douglas Costa is coming in clutch as my golden boot winner for this weekend. 22 goals. When he was playing Cam for like the first 5 or 6 games, he's monstrous. He is clutch. He's great. I don't care about the finishing stat. He's really, really good. So, as you can see on screen, going to list up the foot birthday players because we are done with them now from this weekend. I didn't really rate Da Costa that well. He's out of position quite a lot, and I like who I normally use better, I think, like Tierney and stuff. So they sell for what I list them for. They sell for 402,000 before tax. Take about 20k off of that. The fact that we already had 25k in the club, and we're sitting at just 407,000 when that would have been 550,000 if we just didn't buy them. Big shame, but that is what it is. We've taken a big L. I wonder if their price is going to stabilize and even go back up. I decided to sell them just because I was done with them, and I do need some form of coins ready for Team of the Season in case they are able, in case maybe there's another market crash and we're able to pick Di Maria up or something, you know. But for now, I'm going to chill with my coins. Next weekend's weekend league, we'll either have TOTS players in the club, or we'll have someone new in the club, or we'll go with what we're used to and then just make use of Neymar and Douglas Costa. But that is going to wrap things up for today's episode, boys. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up. 3,000 likes. Just keep thinking that in your head. Hit the like button and then we'll get there. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I thank you for that. And why don't you come and follow me on Twitter and Instagram? The links are down below, everyone. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay clean, stay good, just hope you're all doing well. I'll catch you tomorrow with another episode. Peace.